Okay, we're back here at the Baddie headquarters. It's 83 degrees outside, and it's a lot has been happening around in our country, good and bad, but a lot of good's been happening too at the Baddie Nation. We have had hikes. Some of us has bailed, but for good reasons. And today we want to talk about the past hike. What was it called again?
Cucamonga Peak.
Cucamonga Peak.
Yeah, dude. So, well, Ricky will elaborate on it a little bit.
Wait. First of all, how long was it?
It was like, what, 10?
No,
13.1 miles. And because it is a peak, most of it was uphill. That was like an exciting 6 miles of like zigzag and uphill. So, it was fun.
Mm-hmm. So, let's just say that we took two of our lovely women hikers with us, which they're really good at hiking. But one of them, she was complaining a lot. I won't say no names, but... So the night before it, though, on Friday, we went to the bike ride to GMR. So we wanted to take him at night just because, you guys been to GMR, right?
Mm-hmm.
To Glendora Mountain
What's GMR?
Glendora Mountain Road. Has a range. Road. So basically, it's that road leads you to Azusa. Actually, we've done the whole thing. But we wanted to take the girls just so they could get the feel of it at night. And halfway there, they were kind of like saying, like, oh my God, like, we don't want to do this. And because it was kind of like a lot of uphill. The grade is like the slope of it. It's like around 6%, which is pretty tough if you haven't done any slopes. But it does get you like train. If you do that every day, you'll for sure be trained to do any other like even long distance or anything like that. But we took the girls up there. We had a lot of lights, so we're good. There's some cars going up there pretty quick. But on the way down, they do the two girls they loved it. Like going down, we're going fast. And then
they were riding on the bike?
Yeah, they're riding on the bike. Like, we all had bikes. Like,
yeah, we had
road
a
bikes.
backseat for the bikes, so.
Yeah, no, we didn't have a backseat for them. We had our own bikes, but...
No, you didn't have them like in the little cart in the front?
No, car seat? No.
Yeah, the basket,
with the little bell?
Nah. But when we went down, though, I remember one of them was telling me, like, hey, tomorrow we're going to go hiking. I told them we're going to do Cucamonga Peak. And then I know I was texting you, Ronnie, and Herbert, and I remember you guys were telling me, like, no, I'm not down. Like, hey, I'm a bailing on you guys. I know Ronnie went out, to have a couple of drinks with their friends or something. But Herbert, I called you, and you said no. Like, you're like, hey, oh no, you texted.
I texted you. No, because I was looking it up, and then I just saw a bunch of. I saw a bunch of white people, bro, on the Yelp site. You know what? It's tough, but it's so worth it. And then on the next one, oh my God, it was so hard. But you know what? I love.
Are you saying you believe in stereotypes?
Yes, I didn't believe anybody. So as soon as every one of them was like, it was so good, but it was so hard. It's just like, you know what? It's a Saturday. I'm gonna stay in. I don't want to start sweating.
All right, guys. Let me just throw this out there. For the record, it was originally supposed to be a 4-mile hike to a waterfall. So I don't know where. But it was supposed to be 4 miles. 2 days later, they swithed it up. They're like, oh, hey, you know what? We're actually thinking of doing a peak. And I was like, oh, like, what the heck? Okay, which one? And I was like, how long? So I read the stats, and it's like 14 miles long. It's so basically peak, what you're saying, and I'm just like, nah, dude, I'm out. Sorry.
So they lied, right?
We're not lying. Okay, let me start again. Okay,
No, I'm playing.
No, so let me start again. So we want to have our women hike with us, right? We're a diverse group. So
our possession,
or not our women, but our friends.
The cage and took them for a walk.
My girlfriend and Enrique's girlfriend. So I guess me and Enrique are here. So. You know what I mean? Like, my girlfriend and Enrique's girlfriend, we wanted to take him, Yeah. And we asked the whole group of, like, the bikers, baddies, right? We asked them, we're like, hey, so who wants to do a peak? Or I actually said, who wants to go hiking tomorrow? And they literally said, let's do a peak. I kid you not. So I was like, all right, let's do a peak now. So I changed the... I
want names right now, man.
No, you want names? No, I can't give you names, dude. Well, okay, hold on. So we did a peak, right? But the thing is, you guys wanted a waterfall. I kid you not, starting the hike of Cucamonga Peak, there is a waterfall. Beautiful stream going down. No, there's a part where we kept stopping, and there you can see a waterfall from far away.
There's a river, and I'm sure you can get to a waterfall, but I mean, it's nice though. I really recommend it because it starts off with water, and you get to the top, and you come back to water, to a river, which is pretty cool because I would swear I wet my face and cry a little bit, so I can hide the tears. But it's really nice though.
But that peak, okay, so we learned that there's a point, a midway point. That midway point, like you could either connect to Mount Baddie and you could do other peaks out there, which is pretty awesome because a lot of people, I was talking to some of them, and they did a couple of peaks that day. So I recommend you guys do Cucamonga Peak with Ontario Peak. You guys could probably do it on the same day, or you could go up there and camp out. A lot of people do that.
So you're saying the girls like made the choice to do the peak?
Yeah, the girls made the choice.
So just like Yoko Ono, who broke up the Beatles. This is what's going on here.
Well, okay. Well, let me tell you. Okay, so one of the girls, I will say this, Enrique's girlfriend. She really, she's all like, she was really like to the point where she's like trying to give up. Like she said that she was about to faint. Supposedly, she was probably throwing.
So dramatic.
Yeah, being dramatic.
I wish she was here to defend her. Like,
yeah, I don't know where she's at. You want to call her? We should do a call next time.
Call a phone a friend.
Yeah, but we were going up there, and we were waiting for them. People were passing us. I felt bad because everybody was like flipping us off and like get away from the trail, go kill yourself. No, I'm saying losers. But no, we ended up waiting for her. But no, like we made it up there, and on the way down though. Eric, you can finish the story because this was amazing. Like this was, I don't know what happened to her. I don't know if the energy drink gave her power, but Enrique, take it off.
I guess I want to add a little background to what he's saying though. She's trying to be more fit, but it's a work in progress. She ran 3 miles the day before and did that GMR bike ride, which is uphill, which for someone that's not entirely fit. It can really get you sore for like the whole week type of stuff. So that was enough to be sore for the whole week.
I don't know. That's just excuses, right?
I'm giving it a perspective. You guys take it as whatever you want to take it as. Because
take notes.
Miss Drama Queen over here, since she's stronger, she thinks that like other people don't get sore because they're as strong as she is.
And she is Jonathan. Just want to be
clear. Yeah, she is Jonathan. We didn't introduce ourselves. My name is Enrique. We have Ron here.
And I'm Jonathan. And we have some special guests that we'll probably bring in.
Yeah, there's special guests here. They might or might not come in.
My point, she was already sore, really, really sore because of what she did the day before.
What did she do the day before?
I just said 3 miles and a night ride, but a bike ride. And maybe a few more things for cardio, but the point is, if then the morning just 3 hours later, so we woke up, right, she was sore, that's fine. It made sense why she was struggling on the way up, and she struggled a lot. It took us almost like, I think, what was it, 6 hours to get to the top?
No, it took us, instead of taking us like 2.5 hours, it took us double.
Okay, it would have taken us 3 or 4, whatever. It took us like an hour longer. It
was for 6 miles up. For 6 miles up, yeah.
It's uphill, that's why.
Yeah.
Look, the point is, it took us a while to get up, and she was dying. What surprised everyone the most was that she was dying that much on the way down. Well, at the top we had a few snacks, a little peanut butter jelly sandwich, and like a third of an energy drink. But on the way down, she ran the whole way down. The whole 6 miles that it was uphill, she ran the whole 6 miles down. Yeah. Like, that's something that me and Jonathan do when we go alone because that's we know our tolerances, but she ran the whole way down. And we're trying to connect the dots and like make sense of how that was possible if she barely made it up crawling and like how did she run down like that?
Was it like in the Looney Tunes cartoons when you just see like the dust like behind?
Like, like legit, she was in front of me and I couldn't keep up with her, and I consider myself to be like fairly fit, and I couldn't keep up with her. Like I was trying to keep up, and I was if I go any faster, I feel like I'm not gonna. Like I couldn't believe it. It didn't make sense to like go up and struggle that hard.
I think the fans want to know. What energy drink was it?
What energy drink? It was Rain.
I think it was Viagra, or what was it?
Viagra. No,
I think you Jesus.
You took the wrong pill. But it was a creamsicle from Rain. If you hear us, sponsor us, please. Yeah, but no. When she was coming down, like literally, me and Monica were in the back, just like we were trying to catch them up, and they're gone. We had walkie-talkie, and they're gone. Like I could see her like she almost like was pushing people away. Like
yeah, she was tackling old people and stuff. Like it was sad. I was behind her as she would run over people. Like, I'm sorry, excuse us, I'm sorry. And like she was just over here like shouldering everyone like football. Like it was
like a runner back, huh? Just dodging.
Yeah, she was like shouldering people like old, young, like even dogs. She'd kick them. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, I think the question is, did he tell her that there was in and out at the bottom?
I thought there was in and out at the top, but she still didn't make it.
Oh fuck! No, she did make it. She made it.
Did you guys eat in and out after?
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. We
were tired.
Oh, but didn't we get? Wasn't that the day we got that one? That one. What's it called the kebab thing?
No, that day we didn't.
That
was another day. Yeah.
Sorry,
we were mistaken those days, but.
Wait, how long was the mile like total?
How long was the hike? Oh, the hike. Well, like
13
time though. Time.
13 miles.
13.1, and we did it in like around 7 hours because you were waiting. But
straight hiking. It's like a full shift at work of hiking uphill.
What was the elevation on that?
The elevation was we got to the peak was so the peak was 8,829 or something like that. But when we started at 4,000, so we climbed 4,000 up. Okay. So we have he has a
wait compared to Mount Baldy, how was that? Because we did Mount Baldy, so we
this
have a
was easier than Mount Baldy. Mount Baldy was tough. Like, Mount Baldy was super tough.
If you guys want specific stats, the Cucamonga Peak is 8,859 feet high. So, for those of you that don't know, the air is a little thinner up there. So, even just walking that uphill, it gets you out of bed. It's hard to catch your breath sometimes. But definitely possible.
Yeah, but so I recommend it. I think what we're going to do next time is we're going to go to Ontario Peak, and then we might do the 3 T's Peak.
Just go to Ontario Mill.
Ontario Mill? Hey, they're open now. Yeah, so maybe what, you want to go loot the... No, so we don't do looting. Come on, guys.
No. We put the stuff back, if anything.
Yeah, we restock. We restock the stores.
We'll bring it back for a refund. That's what we'll do.
For sure.
Oh, speaking of looting...
Yeah, let's talk about looting. Come on, bring it up.
You guys heard about, one of my favorite stores, REI?
Oh, dude, REI.
REI got looted. It's a sports store. Nobody cares about it. But
was it the Santa Monica one? Right?
The Santa Monica one got looted.
Wait, Santa Monica one? No, it wasn't Santa Monica. It was...
The Long Beach one.
So, no, Santa Monica. Oh, no, right, yeah, Santa Monica. I thought you meant Arcadia, Santa Anita. I was about to start crying. No, Santa Monica one got looted. I heard that Patagonia got looted too. And there's some guys running now with like surfboards. Like you're talking about not $1,000, you're talking about like $1,500 ones or more.
Nah, they're pricey. Man. Even some bicycles go for like $15,000. That's what I would have looted if I went inside like REI, like a sports store. I'd go for a bike for speed. I'd get for the most expensive big backpack and toss them the expensive shit. In case the cops get there, I got a bike and get out of there. But I'm just kidding. No, we're not talking about looting.
Yeah, we don't do that.
I'm just saying that as if, like, you know what I mean. Don't check my backyard. But
did you guys go to any protests?
No, I worked.
You work?
Yeah,
you work?
I don't go to them because the First Amendment states that it has to be a peaceful protest or else it's illegal, and all these people were not being peaceful. So if I get affiliated with them, I would by default be affiliated to a crime. They have good intention, but I mean, if you're there with good intention, then control the people breaking your good intention because they're going to make your intention, I guess, counter itself, and then you'll look dumb because you're allowing people to loot and break into stuff and break cars and whatever. But you're here protesting for a really good cause. I believe in the cause, but those of you out there protesting for the right reasons, if you're seeing what the people are doing, looting and stuff, and letting it happen and not being part of the solution, then it's kind of exactly why you create your own problems.
Well, there's both sides already. Like you see already, there's videos of people looting and then people trying to stop the looters.
Well, I heard that a lot of people looters came from around the cities. It wasn't the people that live in that city. So let's say Long Beach, the Pike. That's like really where all the like Forever 21, Nike store. There's a lot of people that live in Long Beach, but they didn't want they weren't the ones looting. The people that were getting caught, there were people that were coming outside of like the city. So that's why there's a lot of people from Long Beach stopping them, telling them like, no, like what are you doing? Like get away! Like this is our city. Not only that, like they're breaking windows, but they're also tagging. They're vandalizing everything, right? We don't want that in our city. LA is bad. The only thing I was tripping out is like they're smart because the looters they knew that the first 2 days the police they weren't ready for it.
No.
Like now they're ready. Now like if you go over there like they will like get you like now I'm not saying like real quick you might like try to do something, but they have National Guard there. They have everybody like on.
And they're not supposed to shoot to kill.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to carry deadly ammunition.
Yeah, they're shooting paintballs or something.
What is it called?
They're shooting beanbags, rubber bullets. They're shooting everything that just...
They're tear gas.
Don't get me wrong. These things could kill you if they land in the right place. But the idea is, I mean, honestly, if you're already doing something out of place, what comes to you comes to you. On that part, that's not police brutality. If you're protesting peacefully and the cops come at you, then you can I'll happily go with you and say that's police brutality. But people gotta stop bringing race into this. If it's black, white, blue, people gotta stop connecting race to anything that happens to that. If it's just police brutality, leave it at that. Police brutality.
Yeah, I know.
But also there's systemic problems.
Yeah, there's been a lot. There's been a lot of like stuff with race involved.
There's always gonna be that though. But I mean, if you keep bringing it up though, I feel like that's part of the problem, not part of the solution.
No, I think it's just honestly, I feel like it was sort of a boiling point.
Yeah,
there was like that week had a bunch of race related. Then this one just blew it up. And then plus there's a lot of other problems, and then this is just like all pent up, like I feel like feelings over time.
Especially with people being in the quarantine, I feel like the quarantine thing, like just something to do. Even people that don't believe in protests just went out there like I don't even care what's going on, but loot just because I've just been quarantined for so long.
And when all you see is social media, and you keep seeing that image over and over again, over and over,
like
get you pissed. Yeah,
it's called media brainwash. But
so what do you think about those curfews set like out of nowhere, they just like set them up. Boy, hey, you know what? Just go home at 6 o'clock or.
A little weird.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
If you think about it, it should work because the idea is that if you're told, and everyone has a phone nowadays, if you're told to stay home at a certain time and you're not home, then you're out with malicious intent. So
yeah, but out of nowhere, like, hey, they're just saying, like, it's weird, like, hey, you're telling me I can't go out, or like, what if I want to go buy like something? Like, they literally, one of my friends was in LA, and he wasn't. Thank God he had his badge because he was working, and no, it was just he was doing night shift for like some homeless shelter stuff.
Oh, okay.
But he had his badge, and he said that like the police asked him like, where are you coming from, and he showed his badge. But if you would not have his badge, or let's say something, you're just walking around because you want to go get like eyeliner or for a girl, or you want to get milk, or pan. Ronnie loves pan. Like, you want to get pan dulce, you're gonna get actually they will close all the shops or all the like. I heard that Taco Bell is staying open though, but I don't know. There's all these places that are staying open when it was happening the curfews. Now I guess now it's up to the cities to either want to extend the curfew or like leave the curfew. Right now, Azusa, we don't have no curfew today, but I think LA they're still keeping it because that's where everything's happening. But I heard that there's this group ACLU. They're trying to sue the city of Los Angeles because of the.
Define that.
Yeah, what is that? What's that acronym?
It's I don't want to define that. I actually don't know on the top of my head, guys.
Is your insurance agency?
Nah, it's not insurance agency. It's called ACLU. So ACLU stands for. Keep it going.
Okay, while he figures that out.
American.
That was cool.
It's called American Civil Liberties Union. It's a union, so they really fight for the people, like just for.
Oh, okay, I see.
So they're the ones that are trying to sue. The city saying that, hey, why are you doing all these curfews? Which I do believe in curfews, but at the same time, it's like, dude, like let me do what I gotta do because I don't want to get pulled over by a police officer and then asking you like, okay, what if I got hungry at night? What if I need to go get something? What if I need to put gas?
So yeah, you pulling me over because it's 7?
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah. Like last time someone pulled me over at 7 was probably my mom, telling me to go home. But that's about it. Or the street lights turned on and I had to get home. Yeah, I don't know, man. So what else? What else have you guys been hearing? Anything new?
No, I think it's calming down, right? Right? Is it? I think a lot of it now it's coming back to like people are trying to do the good thing and protest for the right reasons. Yeah. I see a lot of videos that people like. I saw a video of this one guy hitting this white lady, and then other people jumped in to stop that guy. Yeah. And there's also people stopping looters. So I mean,
I've seen a lot of good things. I've seen some
cops,
dark-skinned people hugging the cops and like stopping people that are looting or protesting and hating on the cops, saying that like they're equal. All the same story you have for your side of the argument is the same story you can have on cops. I get where the anger comes from, but I mean like at the end of the day, some of these cops are really just doing their job.
It's a dangerous job, yeah.
I get it. So they should be trained better. I mean, there can be a whole other conversation to get into what they should be doing to better their own agency, their own organization. But the fact of the matter is, it is what it is right now. If those of you that really want to make a change in the world, you got to know how to make a change in the world. And it's not by doing feel-good stuff like honestly posting that thing on Instagram for the whole black thing. The whole black picture on Instagram. I thought that was kind of pointless.
Not pointless.
It was a feel-good action that had no real result from it.
No, it had a lot of result. What happened? You post it, and I think every post, every square, like, because you're blocking other places, and Instagram was donating like money or like something like that.
Really?
Yeah, there's something.
Okay, something like that's going on, then sure. But I feel like my point is that a lot of people are doing a lot of feel-good actions that don't really have an impact.
Yeah.
But
people got to really acknowledge what's going on.
But the thing is, like, a lot of people were getting arrested because I guess they're saying go home because curfew, but a lot of people are doing like just waiting there they weren't running, they were just waiting to get arrested. And there's a lot of people paying, like donating money so they could get lawyers and get them out, to bail them out and stuff like that because they believe in that. And it's true, like at the end of the day, is like I'm happy that people are doing this because. If nothing would have happened, then it would have kept on going. Let's be honest, it would have kept on going. So finally, like the chief of LA, the police on LAPD, they're finally saying that they want to do more training, more stuff for their.
Yeah.
And then I believe that I talked to this with other friends, and I believe that LAPD or any type of agency, like they should get a license. Like police officers should do more than just getting out of high school, having a diploma, and then just getting hired. Don't get me wrong, like that's dope and all. You can do that. But you should get a license. Like engineers, we have license. Nurses have license. And if you do something wrong, you get your license revoked. Like even doctors, anybody, you know what I mean? So I feel like police or LAPD or whoever you want to target, they all should get like license. And if you get strikes, like let's say one strike because you beat up someone, okay, that's a strike. another strike. Like say you get 3 strikes and you get booted out, and you can never become.
If anything happens, hopefully it's police reform.
Yeah, for sure, it has to be.
I agree with that.
100%.
It's like it's like at work too, like write-ups. Like you get 3 write-ups.
Exactly.
Like
I kill somebody. Oh, that's just what happens in the job. Are you kidding me? A life is gone. It's gone.
Well, especially for cops, like they try to drill it on you how much the importance of life is. Mm-hmm. That's why you're not even allowed to shoot. And there's a bunch of rules for when they're allowed to shoot. Now, again, obviously there's bad apples. There's gonna be bad apples anywhere, man. Even at McDonald's, you know what I mean? Like there's bad apples everywhere. But the way they're trained, especially how that Floyd guy died, that is not at all how police are trained. I know how they're trained. I've trained a few cops myself and with different stuff, but I mean, I know the way they're trained, and that is not at all what you do. Especially if he's already handcuffed, he's not a threat anymore. What's he gonna do? Run? You walk behind him, laugh, and then kick him in the leg, and he falls. Like there's nothing to as a threat if he's handcuffed already.
Also, one thing that does one of those like those overweight cops. There has to be a fitness thing with the cops. So somebody runs. I'm saying there has to be. I'm not saying there isn't.
There isn't. Once you're a cop, basically they don't really like.
No, I'm just saying there
has to be.
No, there has to be.
No, there should be. Like,
well, they have gyms though. They have gyms at the base.
But
I totally these guys have to be fit. Come on, you have to. You're chasing somebody for a living.
This is just something that I got from the Marine Corps, but I agree with their standard, especially if the job consists of like physical activity or just kind of serving in any way, shape, or form. I think fitness should be a priority for the organization. I'm not saying everyone should have a 6-pack, but I'm saying general fitness. Like,
should we have him do a peak? Like,
I mean, should we have something? But the idea is that like I don't mind a big guy being a cop, but if he's just to the point where like he runs 10 feet and he gets tired, then he cannot fulfill his job as a cop, as a military member, as even let's say a nurse or an ambulance driver, or whatever. Those EMT guys, they can't fulfill their job if they're too slow at certain things. I feel like all these jobs need to have a level of fitness.
Like if there's a drug test, there should be fitness tests or something like
that. Yeah, like run the mile. You know how we used to do run the mile every week for like middle school or like high school?
Mr. Sinclair should be out there.
Yeah, we should have like 30 seconds. I'm just saying. No, but 30 seconds. Yeah, but no, I feel like last time I was watching, because I love watching police pursuits like live, and like if I catch one, like I'll just watch it throughout the whole thing.
You drive that?
No, I don't drive that. I watch it on the news. But okay, yeah. So there is this police pursuit, and then they ended up this truck, Silverado truck, they had like plate cargo on the back because they went looting places, and the guy got off and he was running fast. Yeah. Like the police officers, they couldn't even like catch him. The only reason why they catch him because he jumped over a wall and he tripped and he hit himself like his knee hard. You can see, and he's like, "Oh, I'm done." Like he can't. Like he probably got injured. But I feel like, I just feel like they should get trained every week. Do a mile, fuck it, run, and then like record the mile
or something. I mean, I feel like if it's literally your job. As a matter of fact, like you want to get into perspective, what the people are protesting for is literally the job description of a police. So technically speaking, the cops should be protesting with the people, which I think would be a great solution. Yeah. Instead of trying to block off the protesters, cops should be protesting with them. Because if I'm a cop and one of my guys messed up and the whole world thinks that I'm just as bad as he is, I'm like, whoa, hold on. I'm here really to serve the people and the rights and people that can't fight for themselves and everything. It would be a great solution if the cops protested with the people. That helps in a way where the looting would stop because literally the cops are with you protesting.
So are being looting too.
If they're going to start looting, the cops can easily take care of that because they're there in the scene. At the same time, they're still protesting with the people because, I mean, it's their job description. If something wrong happens, who's there? The cops. And if a cop messed up and killed someone, the cop should arrest that cop. So I think cops should be protesting with these people because it is literally their job description. By being there, it solves all the problems they have. Because them creating walls and like trying to block people off, it just creates more hate, more anger, more friction.
It's like what's going on. And
it's like, and they're blocking them off for what reason? Where are they trying to go? So let them walk. Like let them keep walking until they get to San Diego. Like what's the point of blocking them off?
And actually, and I feel like there's some cities like I don't know if you guys seen this, but Glendora, the city, like there was some protesters saying like white lives matter, like they're like against all that. They're being racist to be honest. And there's like people screaming, and they're like, "You don't even live in Glendora." They're like telling some other like protesters, and then the protesters was just like, to the point where like the police were on the white, the white side, saying that white life matters, and then like it got to a point where it was like two sides, like going at it, but they didn't. There's no fights because the police were there, but like I feel like yeah, that's why a lot of people were saying stop going to those businesses that are like, I'm not saying like white people, like, yeah, I'll still support any business, but, you know, a lot of businesses that don't support, you know, like, I feel bad, like, that's messed up, like, you know, like, we're all in this together. There's some business, like, they have fired, like, you know, some people, like, you know, like, black, you know, and then they're supposedly saying that, oh, Black Lives Matter, you know, they're kind of like hiding themselves.
It's because it's mostly political, and that's exactly what I mean by people doing actions that are just feel-good actions. Like, I didn't know about, like in my opinion, I thought that whole black picture on Instagram to post was just a feel-good action because it does nothing. If what you're saying is true, that actually every picture donated something, then okay, cool. I guess that still counts for something. But there's a lot of action people do that just is a feel-good action, if that makes sense. Like, it's kind of like a little metaphor there, but a feel-good action. It's not an action that really creates change or that makes something happen. But I don't know. At the end of the day, it is a controversial topic, so maybe you guys can tell us what you guys think on the comments. You know, maybe let's hear what's going on. But we definitely don't support police brutality. We definitely don't support racism.
Riots, looting.
Looting. Yeah, we support peaceful.
If you guys Google the First Amendment, it literally says peaceful assembly. Like, that's how you can protest. I'll give you an example. Martin Luther King, he made a big difference in the world, and what he did was peaceful. His own people protesters were being hung, killed, shot by cops and white people back in the day, but he still peacefully assembled, and his actions, his protests actually changed the world.
Yeah, but
that's his perspective.
One cool fact I did see is once he got assassinated, 6 weeks later, I think riots were happening around the country. Riots. And 6 weeks later, the civil rights was passed.
Still, the point is, if you want to really believe in something, he went down to the history books for the way he protested and the way he approached his problem. He wasn't creating more problems for his protest. For what he believed in, he wasn't being part of the problem by looting, by doing this. He found a group of people, convinced them to be part of the solution, and everyone with them believed it. There were dark-skinned people that believed his cause and were not looting, were not this. They proved the point of what that specific color can do, I guess you could say. We're all human at the end of the day, but it's just perspective to what's going on there. Because right now I've seen the looting, every single color is doing it, if you guys want to get technical here. So I'm not going to say that just one color is looting, but every color is looting, and that's just not okay. I think people need to understand what the First Amendment is, because they approach cops thinking they're smarter. Oh, I'm smarter than a cop. I know they can't arrest me because of this reason. I know they're not supposed to do this because of this reason. And yeah, you're right, but there's just so much more to the story. If you want to pretend like you know one law, you better know the second and third law too, because you break them when you try to pretend like you know the first law. Yeah, and also there's some hiker groups. There's one group that we stopped, like, you know, the Baddie stopped like following them. Oh, because there's this group. I'll say their names. You know, like, it's true. Like, some person, a leader from there. She was trying to tell the ambassadors from Hiker Babes, LA. Trying to tell them, like, you know what, like, we should, like, support this Black Lives Matter movement. And her response was that there was a very emotional issue, but we needed to calm down and focus on hiking, not politics. Like, to the point where I was like, what? Like, and this girl that was, like, in that group, she posted it, and I was like, you know what, like, I don't support that. Like, first of all, like, I think they didn't even follow us back. Like, let's begin with. So I was like, you know what, like, to the point where I was like, hey, if they don't follow us back, they just unfollow them. But yeah, dude, that's kind of messed up. Supposedly, they posted a recent that they're what is it called? They're freaking I guess looking into this, like, to see, like, the other ambassadors and from that group, and they're saying that they're like getting better at, like, what is it called, that they're basically looking into the issue, like that. Okay, I'm sorry what we said, but they literally said, like, stop this whole issue about Black Lives Matter, and then let's hike, like, this political issue, which is kind of messed up. But I don't know what you think about that. But yeah, it's kind of messed up. Like, so yeah, we stopped from following them, and like, so now, but we were in hiking, or we weren't biking, like, we were, like, you know, being obedient. We weren't doing our what is it called, our part of not cycling after the curfew. So basically, I don't know. I believe that we should just support him, and if we can't do something, we can't, like, because of the curfew hours, then you know, right? If we can't cycle because of the curfew, then we're not gonna do it. But now everything just went away, so we're good. So
What do you actually? So let me just bring it out. So we have Nick right here as a guest. So what do you think about this issue, or what do you want to say to the people? Has it affected you at Starbucks?
I mean, it is controversial. So I mean, you know what I mean. Be thoughtful about your opinion, but what do you think though? Honestly, what's on your mind?
Yeah, what's your favorite race? I want to know.
No, that's not what he's asking. That's not
no, honestly, personally, I think that like cops in general, like they're like. Their whole purpose is to like serve and protect, but also aid. As soon as like George Floyd has said like, oh, like I can't breathe, they're supposed to give him aid.
Yeah.
Immediately.
No aid.
That's actually the law.
Yeah.
Even for the military, like even us in the military, when we shoot someone in another country, as soon as we shoot them, we have to go aid them. We either confirm the kill if that was our intention, if not we go aid them and save their lives, even if we shot them. Because as an American, that is what we do. And what he's saying is absolutely true. As a cop, if you injure someone, you're supposed to go save their life immediately after. Because your goal isn't to kill. The goal is never to kill. The goal is always to, I guess, reach whatever end goal each organization has. But I think you're completely right with that. Yeah. As soon as he started saying he's suffering in any way, shape, or form, you get off of him. Because that's an immediate lawsuit. As a cop, I would be like, oh, hell, I'm not trying to be into a lawsuit. I'm going to lift him up, put him in the back seat. If he's going to suffer in the back seat, that's on his own. But if I'm causing the pain, I'm going to get off him because that's can fall back on me. But I guess he wasn't thinking about the consequence when he did that.
Exactly. So, and basically, like, once he said that, like, oh, like, I can't breathe, like, as soon as you hear that, like, might as well just, like, let him breathe and, like, get off of him. And by accidentally stepping on his neck for 8 minutes is not an accident. Yeah. Like, that's intentional. And, like, basically, like, yeah, you could accidentally step on him, like, for, like, not even a second and, like, take it off. But for 8 minutes, that's too much. Honestly,
it's a long time. Honestly, I don't know if you guys know anything about like I don't know fighting or jiu-jitsu or like anything MMA. I guess you can say in any martial art. But to choke someone out, all you need is at least 7 seconds. If you get in the carotid artery, if you're going from the sides or going straight from the front, it only takes less than 10 seconds. Anything after 10 seconds, it can kill the person because you cut the oxygen to the brain and the person dies. Cops know basic fighting moves, but they know enough to know that like if you're choking someone out, it just takes a few seconds away. The second they stop struggling, you're supposed to immediately let go. Because you hold any longer after the second passes out, the brain already got cut off from oxygen. That's why they pass out. If you continue to cut the oxygen from the brain, then the brain just thinks you're dead, and the brain just kills you. Honestly, it's I don't know why the brain does it, but it's just science. The brain just kills you, thinking that it's dead. The body is dead because it has no more oxygen. That's what if you're ever choking someone out and they stop moving, let go of them immediately. They're done. Mm-hmm. They'll wake up in 10 seconds, 15 minutes, but they just passed out. If you keep holding after they already stop moving, that you're going for kill. Yeah. That's a kill move.
Hey Nick, so I know that you work at Starbucks. So do you get any police and officers and like? Do you like how can I say like
interact with them?
Yeah, interact with them. Like, how do you feel? Like, I know everybody like people say, oh, police. Oh, everybody's. Some people do think like all police officers are bad. So have you ever encountered any disrespect or any like? From a police officer?
Or maybe a little cocky where they come up to you expecting like they want to free something or something. I'm a cop, bro. Hook it up. Like.
Oh, well, yeah, we usually get like a lot of like first responders into Starbucks, but like you said, like I haven't seen that cockiness with cops, but I've seen that cockiness with like EMTs.
Oh, okay.
Like they just came in and like they were just like I don't know, like they were just rude in general, and like I personally don't like that, so. I don't really like.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We can't really do anything about it. We just gotta like
do your job, right?
Yeah, do your job, and like basically that's it. But like like with our cops in like the area, like they're like really chill. Like they don't give us any problems. They're not cocky. But like if anything, if we do see them like having like a tough day, like yeah, they could have tough days. Like you could get a call and like freaking witness like a murder, or like sees like a dead body, and like. Basically, like, you don't know what they're going through, too.
That's true.
So they could be, like, traumatized and stuff like that. So, like, basically, like, the whole thing of Starbucks is to be a third place. And, like, basically, like, not be their home, not be their job, like, but be that place in between to help them, like, to help everybody, basically, be safe and, like, feel like they're not forced to be there.
Yeah, and
I think it makes perfect sense. I think that like the point is you got to put yourself in someone else's shoes too to kind of understand.
Exactly.
But it's just a lot going on, But
yeah, I think of what Yeah, one thing that should happen is the place should be more community driven, like get close
It's
to
literally
community.
the job description.
Yeah, I think that's probably one step, but you know, it's gonna be a long road, and hopefully things go well. Hopefully things work out for both sides because you know both sides are still human beings. Shit happens, but hopefully shit will get better. So this will be the last podcast, and I'm Herbert, and I'm signing off.
Well, this is not the last podcast.
No. This is gonna be the last couple seconds. My bad. You didn't even let me finish.
Let me finish. Yeah. So thank you guys for listening to our podcast. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. Listen to Spotify and also on Instagram. We're gonna be actually hiking more, cycling more. If the curfews happen, then we're not gonna be doing it because we still have our daily jobs. But after this, I hope if you want to go hike with us, cycle with us, hit us up, and we're here for you guys.
Thank you. Have a good night.